Welcome back to the Student Hub Live. In this session, we learn all about the library, and I'm joined by Ute and Hossam, who are librarians, part of our lovely team that we've just been learning about. We'd like to know, what is your opinion of the library? We mean the OU library. So you can enter 2 or 3 words. If you can't think of 3 things, though, just put a full stop in to send your results. Also, we'd like to know what library services you've used before, and that's a multi-choice question: e-books, e-journals, training events, etc. And do you do any of the following in terms of social media? So we've selected some accounts there. Now, if you follow any of those, let us know. You can only choose one option, so choose the one that you most engage with for that. And we'll feed those responses into our discussion. Now, we've had lots of questions as well. So let's start first, before we address questions, about what the OU library provide.
Okay, the OU library is both a physical library and an online library, and quite a few students are asking about this. So yes, we have a physical presence here in Milton Keynes on the campus, so students can come in and use our study spaces and borrow books if they like, but I know that most students will be living sometimes quite far away, and we've got everything they need online. So our subscription resources are online resources. What we provide is, for example, databases, quite a large range of databases where they can access journal articles, e-books, but also other resources like newspapers, images and sound databases, statistics and dissertations, and that's all on the library resources page. And also they have got a chance to actually search most of these resources in one go if they go to Library Search, which is the main search box on the library homepage. And there is a selected resources for your studies link as well. And this will mean they can actually look at specifically resources which target, for example, nursing information or arts information, whatever they study, and don't have to search too long for this.
Just to catch up on the selected resources, it's not an exhaustive list. It's something our librarians have picked for students just to as a starting point for them, so they can go to their subject pages and link to these selected resources, and then they can see some of the databases available, let's say psychology or law, e-journals and e-books.
Okay, now there's a huge range of material that people can get for free. You subscribe to most of the big databases and journals and things, but Hayley doesn't live anywhere near a library, and we've been also talking about SCONUL Access, and Hayley had a question that I know, Ute, you've read.
Yes. What about accessing other libraries than the OU library? Yes, that is possible. We have the SCONUL Access scheme, and this allows students to access and use other university libraries. And most universities in the UK are part of the SCONUL scheme. If they go to our help and support page, they will find a link to SCONUL information, and that will also give them some advice on how to apply for it, how to fill in the form, and it will actually show them then as well on the form which universities are participating. But I'm quite certain there will be one near Hayley.
Okay.
And it will just also mean she can borrow more books and has a study space.
Good. Well, there you are, Hayley. Now, Ute, what support do we offer to students who are new to the online library?
Yes, we have got, a range of support services, and we have got quite a lot of material as well. So we have got our help and support page, and on the help and support page we have got an introduction to how to find online resources, and there is also a link to getting started with the online library. And these are sections which describe and introduce e-books, databases, journal articles and e-journals, especially for new students who haven't used any of these resources before. It explains what they are and what they can do with them, and there are even videos with this, which is brilliant. And there are also some activities, short activities, which is in our Being Digital collection. and they can actually work through that being digital collection and update their skills, their information skills. So that will be quite useful. And on every page, including the help and support page, there are contact details for the support we offer at the help desk, so they can actually phone us and email us and have a web chat with us as well if they're still stuck after that.
Perfect. And the web chat, I know, goes down particularly well with students because it's open all day by our cohort of librarians. Hossam, tell us about some of the training sessions.
So the library, like any other university library, do offer training sessions on several topics. The good thing about our sessions, we do recognize that our students don't live close to the university, so we actually get to their homes and deliver the sessions there through something they already use or may start using called Adobe Connect. And basically, they only need a device connected to the internet and they can join the session. We cover sessions starting from introduction to library services at a very basic level, all the way through to how to search databases. These sessions normally we run it through lunch hours or in the evening. They can look at the Open University library website under the event and training sessions and see when they are advertised, and they can just join these training rooms. If they can't join the rooms at the advertised time, there's a chance for them also to watch the recording at a later stage. They can always watch the recording, it's available. And the good thing which we do about it is we subtitle it and we put transcripts, so it's also accessible by our disabled students.
Now, Hossam, people can phone between 9 and 5, but tell us about this web chat that's available a lot longer than that.
Yes, so Ute mentioned we open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, but there is outside these hours, the library is closed. So we have specialized librarians in the United States who cover our chat line. So the students can contact us 24/7 anytime, and a specialized librarian will respond to their inquiry, and they'll try to help them as much as possible. Normally they are able to resolve all the inquiries. If not, they can refer it back to us and we will respond to students during working hours.
Now, Hossam, the one final thing I wanted to ask you is about students who've got additional support needs. So some students may have dyslexia or may need additional materials, etc. How might they then get support from the library?
Ute mentioned something, the help and support pages. Within these pages, there is help for disabled students, so they can look there at what services are available to them. Also, during module production or while the academics are designing a module, we participate at that stage. And if there is any library materials that they want to use, which is not accessible, we do work on converting them to an accessible format. For example, we can change it to a Word document so it can be read by a screen reader. Also, we have a service called Census Access, and this is a brilliant service. They can use it to convert files to other formats. So they can convert it to a MP3 format, so they can listen to it, or convert to a Word document. We provide help with supported search help. So basically, if a disabled student wants some materials for their project or for their thesis and they're struggling using databases, they can contact us and we will offer them help with that. Also, our library assistant and some of the librarians are familiar with some of the screen readers, so they kind of know the type of problem a student may face during their study, and we can offer help on that.
Perfect. Now, we asked everyone at home what their opinion was of the library. Let's see what you have to say. Useful, informative and helpful are the big keywords there, which I completely agree with. Excellent events, overwhelming, interesting, helpful people, big, helpful, knowledgeable, easy, vast, extensive, sorry. Now, I was going to say, who's been paying for what? It's all free. I like it nice and local, magical, lots of resources. The library is an amazing resource. And I know that one of the things that particularly Level 1 students really appreciate is the help with referencing. And you run lots of great sessions that I know people like popping into, and you all do it so well. Hayley, I know we haven't properly addressed your question, but I think it's quite a specific one. So could you email us and we'll get back to you on it. studenthub@open.ac.uk, and we see how we can help you. It's about being able to borrow different things, but I think digital resources from other libraries. So let us know specifically what you're after, Hayley, and we'll forward that on to the library team. I asked you to bring something in for our hierarchy of needs. So what do you think all OU students absolutely need?
Well, I've brought a notebook.
Okay.
A small notebook, but there's still quite a bit you can actually write in. And yes, we're all digital and you probably all have laptops or some electronic devices. But I know that a lot of people also quite like writing longhand, especially just for note-taking. And personally, I always like doing this, and I can actually formulate my thoughts a lot better. So I think it's essential, and they can also carry it with them and just do a commentary. And I've got several ones at home because I do creative writing as well. So I love notebooks. I've got different ones for different purposes. So the students might want to do this as well.
Well, there's a librarian bringing books. That's not a surprise. But Hossam, what have you got?
Well, I brought some highlighters.
You're not advocating highlighting the books,
no,
are you?
well, not books, because I used to
No
photocopy
library
books for
books.
myself when I was studying. So I like to highlight certain sections which I thought that they are important, and they are also. I mean, they can be used on printed books, but also some of electronic materials allow you to actually use highlighting and put notes in certain sections of the electronic format. So it's just a helpful tool you can use while you're studying, whether you like the printed format or the electronic format.
Perfect. We'll put those on our hierarchy of needs in just a moment. So thank you much, Ute and Hossam, for coming along and telling us about the library. Well, I hope that's answered your questions. If there are any others that we haven't got through, do email us, studenthub@open.ac.uk, and we will get back to you with an answer. Scott, how's everyone at home?
Well, they've had some really good feedback, actually, about the library resources. Davin says it is certainly handy that the OU can give you free access to many specialist databases, or it would be very expensive doing research. And Amy says, I've attended many of the library's training sessions and think they're very helpful and would recommend them. So. Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for that feedback, Scott, and thank you everybody at home. We're now going to show you a video which is called How the Library Can Help You, and then I'm back to talk to Liesl about her experience as a student. See you in a minute.